welcome back to the Honor Respect and another edition of Smackdown. And we got a great episode of the show tonight with the Usos coming out to address their betrayal of Roman Reigns after over a month. Liv Morgan returned more Sheamus challenge Solo Sikoa in a main event. And yeah, like I say, a lot going on in this episode of Smackdown, so let's get straight into it. And we kicked off with the Usos, and Jay said he was happy about how things turned out last week with the Bloodline. He said that the family should stick together, and Jimmy agreed before they mentioned that after 3 long years of watching Roman Reigns, they were tired of being disrespected. The Usos addressed that they might be able to forgive Roman since he was family, but they were never forgiving Paul Heyman, who was a snake. Paul said he respected the Usos, but always tried to cause problems between them and Roman. They said they would take Roman and Solo to the Uso penitentiary at Money in the Bank as SmackDown continued. Great promo, leaving the door open for maybe a Roman reunion, but also Paul Heyman cast aside. So yeah, it could be interesting. I still see it going the other way. So yeah, Money in the Bank and the weeks prior and after are going to be very interesting. Before we got Rey Mysterio v LA Knight in our first match of the night. Knight was in control early on and got a shoulder tackle before Rey went for an early 619. Knight managed to roll out of the way before taking baseball side and being sent outside. LA came back with a neck breaker before taking senton on the crossbody. Rey got caught off a moonsault before getting a DDT off a counter. Knight then countered the second 619 before hitting the blunt force trauma for the win. After the match, Knight tried to take off Rey's mask, but Escobar showed up to stop him. And yeah, this was really good. The fact that Knight was probably more over than Rey here says a lot. And yeah, two overstars, just really good. I feel that it's all heading towards LA Knight winner at Money in the Bank. I really hope so. But yeah, this was just great for all involved. 7 out of 10. Ridge was then walking backstage and ran into Solo Sikoa. He got annoyed and hit him with a Samoan spike. After a break, we saw Adam Pearce call the medics while asking the crew to get a hold of Paul Heyman. Sheamus walked out and said he was challenging Solo Sikoa to match night. This is all very sudden, but I guess it's a bit of a weird way to start the main event. But that's how we did it. Shayna and Ronda then took on Fire and Dawn to determine who would be the unified tag team champions. The winners of the match would compete in all three bands. Fire and Baszler kicked off the match, and the NXT champs tried to isolate the latter early on. Dawn then got a near fall before Rousey was tagged in and hit some big moves. Dawn then was caught in a carry through the clutch, but Fire came in with a sentinel and broke it up. Baszler then locked in the same hold on the armbar on Dawn before she could interfere. Both NXT champs were stuck in submission moves before Ronda and Shayna picked up the win. And yeah, this gets a 6 out of 10 from me. I mean, like, yeah, I'm pleased Ronda and Shayna were the champions. It probably makes the best sense. But yeah, at the same time, just having this on a random SmackDown, I don't know, I'm just finding it hard to get into the booking of these titles. But hopefully with Ronda and Shayna, it's going to be a bit of a recovery. And yeah, this wasn't a bad match at all here. So yeah, 6 out of 10. And after the match, Raquel Rodriguez was at the ringside, and Raquel asked what she wanted. Raquel said that she wanted a title rematch before Liv Morgan made her return after over a month. And yeah, I think they could be the perfect first opponents to really get some credibility back with the titles. So yeah, excited for that. I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. It was then time for the Grayson Waller effect, and the Pretty Deadly were his guests. The jury said Waller's show was better than the KO show, and the tag champs' egos were too big for one team. They recorded their win at Gauntlet match before the Street Profits came out, and the two made fun of each other before we headed for an inevitable tag match. Ford and Wilson kicked off the match, and the Profits got in control early on with Dawkins tagging in. If Wilson made the tag, and they isolated Dawkins in for a double team move before getting the near fall, Ford returned and got some drop kicks before ripping Prince's shirt and sending him outside. Dawkins got a double one hook suplex on Prince for an near fall before Ford came on a double team move, but Wilson broke up the pin. Ford then caught Prince with a Uranagi before Wilson dropped him from the top rope. The distraction allowed Prince to roll Dawkins up using the ropes, and another assist from Wilson allowed Prince to pick up the win. And yeah, big win for Pretty Deadly. This over a team of the Street Profits caliber should do good things for them. And yeah, I kind of enjoyed the way we got to it as well. Talk Street, it's very WWE stuff, but you know, it wasn't bad. I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. Charlotte Flair was then in action against Lacey Evans, and she got some big shots before Lacey drove her into the corner and got a takedown. Flair returned with a big boot, locking the figure 8 for the easy win. Charlotte refused to let go of the hold after the bell, and Oscar came in to attack her and wiped her out of the ring before walking off. So yeah, I'm going to give this a 5 out of 10. I don't know, it's a way of assessing at Charlotte v Oscar, but I don't know, at the same time, we've seen this title of the Formula again. I still don't think Charlotte should get a title shot, and yeah, poor old Lacey Evans, I don't know what's happened to her, but WWE just seemed to have given up on her really, which is a bit of a shame to see. But you know, I'm enjoying the stuff Oscar's doing at the moment, but just all the stuff around that, yeah, personally I'm not too sure about the direction it's going in, if I'm being brutally honest. So yeah, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. But we then moved on to main event time, and it was, like I say, Sheamus versus Solo Sikoa. And yeah, the two started clobbering each other right off the bat, and Sheamus got the early advantage before Solo ducked a brogue kick by rolling out of the ring. Solo then returned with some big strikes and a Samoan drop before he headed for a break. Back on SmackDown, Sheamus was hurt but managed to hit the beats of the ring and hit brogue kick, but was met with a sleeper kick. Sheamus then hit the white noise when Solo kicked out of it. Solo dropped Sheamus on the announce Sheamus with a Uranagi before sending him through the barricade with a tackle. Sheamus was down and the referee called it off. Solo was attacking the officials that came out to help Sheamus before the Usos came out and met him in the ring. Solo ate a trio super kicks from the Usos before the brothers went up and hit a stereo Uso splash as the SmackDown went off the air. So yeah, ending the Solo Uso stuff for now. The Usos really coming across in killer fashion recently. But yeah, this was still really good. Gets a 7 out of 10 from me. Love the way it starts. Makes Solo look like a beast, and the Usos fighting back at the end. Really wonderful stuff for them as well. So it gets 7 out of 10 from me. This all worked really well and was very nice. 7 out of 10, like I say. Overall, this week, SmackDown gets a 7 out of 10 from me. Really enjoyable episode of SmackDown this week. Love the Bloodline stuff. Some really good quality action. Pretty deadly picking up a big win. Ronda and Shayna winning the championships. The great first match between LA Knight and Rey Mysterio. Just really good stuff, I have to say. And yeah, it gets a 7 out of 10 from me. But anyway, guys, that's it for you. Thanks so much for watching my live show. For daily wrestling news and scores, I greatly appreciated. Thanks so much for watching. Peace.